Hi guys, so wonderful to be here. Thank you for letting me be here. Thank you, Rohit.
It's great to lead, have these kind of lead roles where the woman is strong. You're championing this.
I think the most important factor of Mardani, which I'd like to share with you guys, you all must be aware of the Nirbhaya case, which kind of shook the entire nation at that point of time. It was a very shocking incident for us. It was, the sheer brutality of the case, the sheer audacity of which the crime was committed. It kind of shook us as a nation.
What would you like to tell them, guys and girls? What are the few basics they should all keep in mind for their safety, for their parents, for everyone?
I think what's most important is be in touch with your parents. Being aware is most important because it just takes that one wrong moment in your life to change everything.
Oh, that is lovely.
Okay, this is this Salman?
Yes.
This is again Har Dil Jo Pyar Karega.
That is-
Yeah. This is again Har Dil Jo Pyar Karega.
हाँ.
Salman taught us many things.
हाँ.
मुझसे दोस्ती करोगे. We shot in London, we shot in Switzerland. And I remember my father-in-law, Yash uncle, he was my
yes.
producer then. And he used to call me and Bebo and say, Bete aa jao, have some strawberries and cream. And my director used to be so panicked. He used to be like, Arey, the heroines will put on weight. It's like, chhad de. Let them have strawberries and cream.
I think they would like to know what Hrithik Roshan is like. Guys, yeah, girls would
Dugu
like to
is
know.
just one of the most good-looking boys, men, guys we have in the industry.
Yes.
And he's remained this good-looking.
Yeah.
Whenever I meet him, I tell him, don't kid, yeah. You can't be so beautiful, yeah.
The iconic scene.
So yeah, kuch hota hai. In Scotland, we were shooting, and it's a wonderful scene. It talks about the camaraderie between friends, the love between friends, the way we support friends. A beautiful triangle,
Yeah,
I would
yeah.
say. Love story, and of course, Shah Rukh
Yeah.
holding my hand
Yeah.
takes everybody's breath away.
Yeah. Lastly, before going, what would be Rani Mukherjee's main advice to every student in this room?
I would like to tell all these beautiful faces, these young faces, reminding me of my college days. So just be honest to yourselves, be happy. If you are happy, you can make others happy. Be with your friends, enjoy this time. Keep your friends close because these are the friends who are going to be with you irrespective of whatever and whoever you become in life. So just enjoy your college life, be happy.
I would like to invite Rani ma'am and Rohit sir with us on stage. Good morning everyone. Bollywood हम सबके लिए सिर्फ movies नहीं होता. It's late night rewatches, iconic dialogues and those songs जो syllabus से भी ज़्यादा याद रहते हैं. And over the years, while these stories stayed with us, the industry behind them quietly changed too. From कुछ कुछ होता है to मर्दानी, कभी अलविदा ना कहना to वीर ज़ारा, Rani Mukherjee has been a constant through Bollywood's defining phases and a core part of our Bollywood memories while growing up. Her career isn't just about longevity, but its growth with purpose. As the industry matured, audiences evolved, and storytelling became more layered. She continued to adapt, choosing stories that moved with the times. And if one line captures her journey, it has to be this. हर कहानी का ना सबसे इंटरेस्टिंग पार्ट उसका एवोल्यूशन होता है because after 30 years this isn't just celebrating the past, it's recognizing an artist who continues to evolve. Today's session, 30 Years of Rani Mukherjee, looks at this very journey and how her career mirrors the changing business of cinema. It reflects how Bollywood became more professional, more audience aware, and more global in its reach, all through the lens of someone who has lived this transformation firsthand. Ma'am, it's an absolute honor to have you with us today. Guiding this conversation is someone who understands cinema on the screen as culture, craft, and even commerce. A respected film journalist and critique. Our moderator for the session, please welcome Mr. Rohit Khilnani.
Hi, guys. So wonderful to be here. Just a little trivia about St. Xavier's. I shot here for Hitchki. I literally lived here for nearly a month,
Wow.
shooting in all the different locations in this college. And I feel so privileged and so honored that you guys have let me come and that you all have given me your time from your studies. Thank you. So thank you for letting me be here. Thank you, Rohit.
Thank you.
Thank
I
you.
was going to tell them that, I am a film journalist. You all know I do this. I've come here also to do sessions. It's not easy, and Rani doesn't go all over the place. She doesn't do too many interviews. So I'm really grateful that you're here and you agreed to do this. So, guys, this one is special for all of you all and for me as well. Rani, thank you. And another thing is, I Shapat kya trailer tha, guys. Big hand for the trailer. What a. Right. First, just since we are at a college, what is your college memory? What stays with you?
What stays with me is the pocket money that I used to get. What stays with me is the fact that I had to, you know, I used to get only a certain amount of money that mom and dad used to give. So in that, I had to look after my travel, and I had to also look after the lunch that I had to eat. So many a times I used to walk to college so I could save the money and have that amazing sandwich that used to come. The sandwich wala bhaiya outside my college. He used to make this extra Amul butter ke saath. He used to make this sandwich which is called the Bombaya sandwich.
Bombaya
And I loved eating that.
Right.
So I'm still a foodie. But those are my memories
Memories.
of college
Right.
where I used to try and save the money because with extra makhan, 1 rupee used to go higher. So I had to keep saving that money to
Kitna?
eat a good sandwich.
How much was the pocket money? Do you remember? What was the roughly?
I used to get actually 6 rupees.
6 rupees.
Yeah, so 6 rupees I had to manage my travel and my sandwich.
Wow. Guys, how much is a sandwich outside now? 50 rupees.
At my time, it used to be 4, and with extra butter, it used to be 5.
Right. We'll first talk about Mardani 3. Rani, when you go back on a set like this, firstly, do you watch the previous ones just to get a feel of it?
Actually, not.
Okay.
Because I think every film needs to be seen in its entirety of what we are trying to portray now.
Yeah.
Also, there is an evolution of Shivani Shivaji Roy.
Gee.
12 years back, Shivani was just a crime branch officer. Then a designation changed in 2019 when I did Mardani 2.
Right.
And now Mardani 3, she is 12 years older than
She
the
was.
previous
Yes.
Shivani. So obviously, there is a different designation. She comes with much more experience in her work. So I had to treat Shivani very differently
Right.
with certain layers in the character, which come with time, with experience. So I had to treat her a bit different.
Right.
And the kind of case that I'm dealing with
The
in
case.
this one, yeah.
It's great to lead, have these kind of lead roles where the woman is strong. You're championing this, and we all want this film to do well, guys. We really please go and watch it. These are the films that should do well, and does all this also play on your mind that you are actually taking a responsibility of portraying women as they should, as a strong woman?
I think the most important factor of Mardani, which I'd like to share with you guys, can you share with me which year you all are born?
2005.
2005,
Yeah.
right? So you all are the Gen Z? Okay, so 2014 is when Mardani 1 was born, the first part, which is 1 year before you guys were born. But you all must be aware of the Nirbhaya case, which kind of shook the entire nation at that point of time. It was a very shocking incident for us. It was, the sheer brutality of the case, the sheer audacity of which the crime was committed. It kind of shook us as a nation. As women, as girls, I think we were shocked. We were completely shattered to hear that something like that had happened. So Mardani was born out of the sheer rage and anger that we felt as a team, whether it was Adi, the producer, me as an actor, Pradeep Da, the director, Gopi, the writer. I think it was born out of that rage that we felt when we heard about the Nirbhaya case. And Mardani was born out of that rage and that anger. So the whole point of Mardani being a film, we never knew that there would be a Mardani 2 and there would be a Mardani 3. But at that point, I think Mardani stood for something that we all women stood for, the sheer empowerment that we feel, the kind of hope we feel in living in times of this kind of distress or this kind of times where the conversation in 2014 to 2026 hasn't changed. The safety of women is still spoken about. The audacity of such cases is still spoken about. The missing girls, the problems that we women face. And it's only increasing, so there has to be more awareness, more conversations, because you all girls, you all go to college, you all, sometimes you come back late. There are young girls who work late at night. So I think there has to be more awareness towards this. And Mardani 3 deals with this case of missing girls. So a lot of times, even in Mardani 1, I heard women, who used to look at the trailer and say, oh my God, this is really disturbing. I don't want to have this watch. I don't want to see it. But I think it's the time that we feel uncomfortable. It is important to feel uncomfortable. It is important to feel that stress, because unless and until we see such content, we are not going to have conversations regarding this. We have to make girls aware. We have to be aware ourselves, and that's how the safety of the future and the present lies in our society.
Amazing. Very well said. Very, very well said. Just these are young students. They'll go out in the world, they'll work. Just since we're on the topic, what would you like to tell them, guys and girls? What are the few basics they should all keep in mind for their safety, for their parents, for everyone?
I think what's most important is be in touch with your parents. I think this, in this day and age, you want to not tell your parents where you are. You want to keep, there are certain times you feel that it's okay for mom and dad not to know where I exactly am. But most important is to be aware. Being aware is most important, because it just takes that one wrong moment in your life to change everything. So awareness is very important. Trust is very important. Being in groups is important. Moving around in groups is very important. And I always feel that, there used to be a time where I was growing up. I studied in SNDT college, but I was very different. Like, I used to keep in touch. We didn't have mobile phones at that time. There was no mobile phones. So we had to be in touch with our college phones, our home phones. So it's okay to be doing things on your own, but it's more important to be aware. Let's not trust anybody who comes and tells us when we are at bars and pubs. We should not really drink anything that is given to us. Very important to take secured bottles, drink from secured bottles, and just keep somebody who you trust along. That I think is most important. Yeah.
Right. This is so important what she's saying, and it's such a good habit. You all are lucky. You all have mobile phones. You all can just say reached home and all that. We could not do that back in the days. We didn't have mobile phones. So if you all can do that, these are very important things. If you all can do that, it'll be amazing. Like,
Also, I think, we always tell the kids or the girls, but I think what's most important is that the attitude of parents at home has to be very friendly. The attitude of the parents have to be in a way that I always have seen this in my life, where I always saw my father giving a lot of respect to my mom, you know. And I think respect starts at home. I think very easily when you see your mother ill treated, it gives an empowerment to boys to think that if my mother can be treated like this, every other girl could be treated that way as well. So I think fathers need to be responsible how they treat their wives at home, because that's what a boy grows up seeing,
yeah,
you know. And if your mother is treated well, if she's given the respect, I think boys will understand that women are always supposed to be given that respect and that darja in society.
Yeah, yeah.
So it all starts at home.
Yeah, yeah.
So I think even a small thing with a father raising a voice on the mother, it should not happen.
Should not happen.
You know,
Yeah, bilkul.
mother should raise voice on the father. That's how it should be.
The pendulum has gone that side so much, now it should go this side. Then there'll be a balance at some point. Just before I sat here,
In a Bengali household, it's always the other way around.
you know, uh, just before I sat here, we have a family WhatsApp group. Someone message landed. These are just small things, and we just know where everyone is, and that's just at the back of your mind. You feel so comfortable. Okay, this person landed.
You know, a little anecdote, so I was really close to my dad. My dad passed in 2017. But what was beautiful about my dad was that however much I grew, every time I went to a place, landed a place everywhere, and I used to call my dad and say, okay, daddy, I've reached, or daddy, I'm now on my way. He used to always say thank you to me.
For
You know,
informing.
it was so sweet, yeah.
so
So I used to
sweet,
always say, Dad, why are you thanking me? He says, no, it's you don't understand. It's so important that I know where you are, what you're doing. And for me, it's nice that you're taking out that time and calling me and telling me. So as to find that really endearing about my dad.
Yeah, that is such a lovely thing, such a parent daughter son thing. That's lovely. Rani, what do you want people to, when they come out? What should be their takeaway from Mardani 3? What would you like people to remember?
Firstly, the boys should be scared
Ah, तुम लोग
that
डरना.
they should never even think of perpetrating a crime like this. तो हशर यही होना है.
Ah,
And the girls, of course, they come out with hope, with empowerment, with the strength, with a fearlessness that they all should feel. I think that is what my biggest takeaway of Mardani 3 should be. And of course, the awareness of the problems that are happening, because when you shy away from accepting that these things are happening,
right.
it's not as if that reality is not happening around us. So it's very important to be aware.
Correct, correct. And India is such a big country. We shouldn't, Yola in Mumbai, you all say, oh, we are here, we are feeling so safe. We really hope this safety is not to south, east to west. Every girl feels safe.
Also, I don't think it's really an Indian problem. I think worldwide, today
Worldwide.
there is a question mark about women's safety. And I
Yeah.
think it's high time, there's something with the law also to be done in these kind of cases.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But I have to tell you, after
Ji.
Mardani 1,
Haan.
there have been lot of these kind of awareness from the police from everywhere, where there are squads now that are about women's safety.
safety,
So a lot
right.
of things have kind of moved. A lot of female officers have been enlisted. So the amount of female officers today has increased thanks to Mardani,
Nice.
which is an actual fact.
That's such a good thing. That is a great thing. This is how the films can make an impact to the society. These are subjects that sometimes when as an actor, it plays on your mind. Are you that switch on, switch off person? Can you go home when you've done an intense scene of some major brutality you've seen or something? Can you switch off?
So I think emotionally we can never switch off.
Right.
Physically, of course, when we are not wearing the costume, we will physically switch off. But emotionally, as a girl, as a woman, as a mom today, I think the fear, the anxiety is always there in us. So I don't think I can completely switch off from this cause, because I do feel that when I'm playing a part or when I accept a film like this, just to feel that these are stories which are inspired by real life incident, it makes me feel very sad that some girls have to go through this actually, that this has actually happened with some child, some girl. And what about their parents? What about the pain that their families feel, or their or the girl who's actually gone through this? So it's a very painful thing to actually think of, to start with. But the whole point is that at the end of the film, you want to give hope, you want to give the feeling that something needs to be done, and the validation needs to happen.
Right.
You know.
This character, like the way she stands, the way she talks, she's fearless. She's also scary in some scenes. What part is similar to Rani? What in the character is similar to Rani?
I think whichever characters I've done, there is a part of me in the character.
Yeah,
Of course,
yeah.
there is a. I was also very famous in school because I had slapped a boy.
Oh,
So that part of me, I think my friends still pull my leg they still tease me. And when they see Mardani, they're like, yes, we knew this from school.
पता था. Right.
For a reason, huh? I also love boys a lot.
हाँ.
ऐसे मत कहो. There's only one boy I slapped. The rest of the boys were all my friends.
That's true. इतने career में, इतने school, college में, one boy को slap, that's okay. इतना तो allowed होना चाहिए.
Yeah, and just don't go to ask my husband.
हाँ.
What happens to him every day at home?
Yeah, then that she said there must be a reason. Otherwise, yeah. So your friends clearly expected you that एक दिन ये ऐसे role तो करेगी. Right. Now we also want to go back and talk about 30 years of Rani Mukherjee because there are films we have enjoyed. We have, you know, she has this infectious energy. When I'm sitting here, I'm taking energy from her, and that's how this interview can happen. When you watch films like Kuch Kuch Hota Hai, when you go back and even watch a Gulam or any kind of film, Rani, you made such an impact. Everyone has a favorite Rani Mukherjee movie.
Okay, let's ask.
Chalo, theek hai, let's go.
Hello, I am Faiza. Hello. And my favorite movie is Hum Tum.
Oh.
Like it's a classic movie and I have like watched it 100 times. And,
Wow.
and you are so beautiful and
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much,
Thank
darling.
you. Rani, you
Thank
get
you
that a lot.
What did you like about Hum Tum, my dear?
the songs and there was a romantic. I was
The romance you liked. Did you like Ria's character that she stands for herself?
yes, of
and
course.
the fact that she takes a decision at
Yes,
the end,
yes.
it was very new for that time and
yes,
2004.
it was like a whole new genre. Like there was
Yes.
different from
yes,
which
yes,
we used
yes,
to see.
yes,
Like yeah.
yes.
Right.
So I hope you got inspired by her
yes,
character
yes,
as
of
well.
course.
Thank you.
You inspire us every day, man.
Thank you.
Right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
And you get that a lot about Hum Tum from a lot of people. Yeah. Next.
Hello, ma'am.
Hi,
Hello.
darling.
You're very pretty, ma'am. I'm your huge fan.
Thank
and
you.
My favorite film, personally, I really like Paheli. It's such a timeless story, and I feel the romance in the film and how the film runs from one time to another, and the glimpse you get of you in love with a character.
With a ghost.
Yeah.
If the ghost is Shah Rukh, it's, I'm
The
lucky, you know.
ghost, yes. How was your experience? And personally, we are all excited.
See,
to
whenever
see
Shah
you
Rukh is
here.
there in front of me, romance has to happen.
Yeah.
We love your chemistry, ma'am. We love
Yeah,
your.
because he has so much love in his eyes that it's pouring.
Yeah.
So then you can't help but pour the love back.
For the
Yes,
love.
absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank,
Thank
you,
you.
sweetheart. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, I can see none of the boys are saying anything. They've got scared
Yeah,
by
yeah.
that.
He wants the mic here.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Here, please. Yeah.
My darlings, I will never slap you all here.
Yeah. डरा दिया.
What's your name, darling?
I'm Arnav.
Hi, Arnav.
Hi. My favorite film is, I think, Mrs. Chatterjee versus Norway.
Wow. Thank you. What did you love about the film?
First of all, when I saw it, I didn't know stuff like that happened abroad, like where they could just take your child like out of nowhere and just, I don't know, act difficult. When I saw it, I think I realized that, lives abroad are different and teaching a child, see, I would say teaching a child like that is like a parent thing. But then the thing is, when the government interferes, I learned a lot. Like, it is very difficult.
Thank you, because even I actually learned a lot when the script was offered to me. And it's interesting because I can give them anecdotes of
Yes, please.
my experience with the
Please.
film. So with Mrs. Chatterjee, when, it was offered to me during COVID. And my personal, I would like to share with you. I lost my second baby at that point of time. So I was feeling a sense of loss, and it was a very lonely time because you couldn't meet family, you couldn't meet friends, it was mostly on the phone. So I was dealing with this huge loss, and Nikhil called me and offered me the part. And I actually questioned him. I said, Nikhil, are you mad? How can you get me a story which is so fabricated? He says, no, this is the truth. And this case was very prevalent in India in 2012. And I was ashamed of myself that living in India, I had no clue that this case had happened, So I was like, really? Because, the picture that is given to us Indians that like our cousins or people living abroad have a really rosy life and, the life is really beautiful over there. But what we don't realize is the struggles and the challenges that they face every day living in a country where they are the third or fourth citizens. In India, we are so empowered because we are the first citizens. We know how to live our lives. We can live our lives the way we want. We can bring up the children how we like. But actually, abroad, there are so many things that they have to deal with that it was an eye opener for me. that this is the challenge that an Indian family, an Indian immigrant family went through. So I'm so glad that the reason why I did the film was to educate people about this, create awareness, and I'm so happy that you were also educated the way I was myself. Thank you.
Your acting was beautiful, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you. So sweetly, they made a poster also.
Yeah,
for me.
nice, different.
Craft.
Hello, ma'am. I'm Yatharth, and my favorite movie of yours is Hitchki.
Oh, yes. I love Hitchki too.
Yes, ma'am.
Especially shooting it in Xavier's. I think Xavier's gave the film a lot of depth. I shot here also. I shot over there in the balcony. I shot in your library. I shot throughout, everywhere in the terrace. And it was beautiful coming to Xavier's and shooting. And just the character of Naina, the kind of resilience she comes with, the fact that she overcomes her own challenge of Tourette's, I think that was beautiful. So thank you. Thank you for liking Hitchki.
Hello, ma'am. This is Vinita. I am a teacher in St. Xavier's College.
Hi.
We grew up actually looking into, watching your movies.
Even I grew up while I was doing my films.
From Gulam, Kuch Kuch Hota Hai. The most loved movie was Hitchki, as you said. You have shot in chemistry lab. I teach chemistry, by the way.
Oh, lovely.
So, from that time onwards, and the favorite moment of mine was the last day when you were coming down the aisle. Okay, I visually, see myself on the last day. So,
Amazing.
thank you so much for
All
inspiring
teachers
us.
are very, very special to us because I remember my teachers. I'm still in touch with my teachers, and it's just wonderful because they, as we say, are हमारे माता पिता हमारे प्रथम गुरु होते हैं और टीचर्स हमारे दूसरे गुरु. तो उनसे ही हम सब सीखते हैं, and they actually teach us the value of life, how to go about in life, and they teach us many such lessons that we might not realize during our schooling and college days, but we remember them when we grow up. Thank you.
I love all your movies. I love the chemistry between you and Saif Ali Khan. Thoda Pyar, Thoda Magic is one of my favorite
Wow.
movies. Yeah. Oh my God.
Thank you
Okay.
so much. I will tell Saif
Yeah.
that there are people who love our chemistry. I will tell him.
I love it a lot.
Right, sure. We'll come back to you all. We have more films to cover also. We actually have some nice stills from your film. If you can actually share some anecdote, ये कहाँ shoot हुआ था?
sure,
Yes.
sure, yeah.
Guys, can we play that on the screen and let Rani share some nice?
Oh my God. So this is obviously from Har Dil Jo Pyar Karega.
Yes.
The song had become very popular, Pia Pia.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Still,
Where was
Yeah.
it shot? Do you remember?
Pia Pia was shot in Bombay in Filmistan Studios.
Ah,
And yes, Preeti and me did a lot of films together at that point.
yes.
And it was wonderful. That time, the triangles were very popular.
Yes,
The
yeah.
triangle love
Yeah,
stories.
yeah,
And we
yeah.
did a lot of them.
Right. Next one. Yeah. Oh, that is lovely.
Okay, this is this Salman?
Yes.
This is again Har Dil Jo Pyar Karega.
Har Dil-
Yeah. This is again Har Dil Jo Pyar Karega.
Haan.
Salman taught us many things.
Right. We'll have the next one.
So that is Laga Chunri Mein Daag, myself and Konkana.
Yes.
It was amazing because the story was again of a girl from small town, and shooting with Pradeep Da has always been one of my favorite things. And shooting in Banaras, shooting the story, I think it was very, very empowering.
How gorgeous is she looking, guys? Let's look at this picture. Beautiful. Beautiful. Next one. Okay.
So that's Mujhse Dosti Karoge, very much like Archie's Betty
Yes.
Veronica kind of
Right,
film.
yeah.
And it was lovely. We shot in London, we shot in Switzerland, and I remember my father-in-law Yash Uncle. He was my
yes.
producer then, not my father-in-law, of course,
Right.
at that point of time.
Yeah.
And I used to remember he used to just lie down in the grass in Switzerland, and he used to call me and Bebo and say, "Bete aa jao, have some strawberries and cream." And my director used to be so panicked. He used to be like, "Arey, the heroines will put on weight." It's like, "Chhad de, let them have strawberries and cream." And I remember स्विट्जरलैंड की वादियों में बैठ के हम स्ट्रॉबेरीज और क्रीम खाया करते थे यश अंकल के साथ. It was just beautiful. Those
Lovely
memories are always there.
I think they would like to know what Hrithik Roshan is like. Guys, yeah, girls would
Dugu
like to
is
know.
just one of the most good-looking boys, men, guys we have in the industry,
Yes,
and he's remained this good looking.
Yeah.
Whenever I meet him, I tell him, don't kid, yeah. You can't be so beautiful, yeah. You know, he's
is.
just so beautiful,
Yeah,
you know.
he is,
As
right.
God really took time to like
To
make him.
make him. Bilkul. Next one.
This is, of course, with my favorite Rekha Ma.
Yeah.
I really consider her one of the stalwarts of our film industry. But more than the kind of work and the fact that she's my senior, that aside, I think what I really draw inspiration from her is the kind of human being she is. You know, the way she can give love, respect, and the warmth she gives to everybody in the industry. I think that's truly, truly special, because being in her position, you don't really need to do it. But the way she encourages all of us, you know, when we have a release, she's just the most beautiful soul that I know.
Right. Next one.
Is again, this is Kahi Pyar Na Ho Jaye.
Yeah.
A really funny scene over here where the director asked me to jump on Salman from the back. And it was really embarrassing because I was like, how do I jump on him from the back? It's like I used to do that as a kid. But somehow we shot the scene. Like we are allowed to make some mistakes in
yeah.
our career. That jumping was like quite
Was a
strange.
mistake.
But it looked cute because it was Salman and me.
Yeah, yeah,
So it looked
yeah,
quite
yeah.
sweet.
Yeah, guys, next one. Oh, that is so cute.
So that's Tara Rampam,
Tararampam.
the original F1 movie.
Yes.
But it was sweet because it was a film about how a family tackles hardships, how a family comes together. And the beauty of Indian families are that they go through the ups and downs very beautifully, and how kids also support us, support parents when they are. And I've seen it in my own life. So I think this movie brings out very beautiful memories of family love.
Right. Next one. Ah.
That's Hum Tum, of course.
Ah.
This is shot in Amsterdam. I remember having the lovely fries that you get in Amsterdam.
Lovely
And
fries.
yeah, they were lovely fries. And I remember sharing one fish finger with Saif, and he was supposed to like it, and he actually spit it out, which is also there in the film. But yeah, Saif
Yeah.
and me have lovely memories shooting together, and he's genuinely that funny in real life as well. Yeah, he is very funny.
You are a foodie, right? Because घूम फिर के I'm seeing some food
खाना
stories
खाना
coming.
खाना
Yeah.
हमेशा बस हमारे सामने खाना बस ला दो.
Right. Next one. Wow.
So that's Bunty or Bubbly. Again, one of my
What a
most
film.
favorite films. It was a time where there was not much pressure. It was Shad, myself, Abhishek. We were around the same age. And it was like students making a film together. A lot of fun, lot of laughter. You know, making a film that we believed in, making a film that we wanted to make a difference. It was the first time that small town was, you know, featured in a mainstream film, and it was about their life, their stories, how they dream and how they want to come to big cities to achieve and to chase their dream. And it was about that, and there was kick-ass songs.
Songs. What
We
music?
loved
Wow. Yeah.
dancing to those numbers, and I'm still dancing today on these numbers as
Wow,
well.
wow.
So it was good fun.
Right. Next one. Again. Yeah.
Mujhse dosti karoge again.
Yeah.
Dugu and me, beautiful songs.
where is
We were
this?
at the terrace from where we could see entire London.
Wow.
And again, there's gobi ka paratha in the scene.
Yeah. See, there has to be food. Where there's Rani, there has to be food. The iconic scene.
So yeah, Kuch Kuch Hota Hai in Scotland we were shooting, and it's a wonderful scene. It talks about the camaraderie between friends, the love between friends, the way we support friends, also pulling their leg. So I think this sums up a beautiful triangle.
Yeah,
I would
yeah.
say, you know, love story, and of course Shah Rukh
Yeah.
holding my hand
Yeah. Yeah.
takes everybody's breath away.
Yeah. Guys, at what age did you all watch this film? Like, when did you watch this? Because it's amazing. People keep watching this. It's amazing.
Crazy that I was 17 when I did this.
Imagine. Right. Next one. Oh. Woo.
So that's Chalte Chalte in Greece. And what can I say? Shooting with Shah Rukh is always like going back to college or school, because after pack up, it's about playing sports.
Yeah.
We always play some or the other game.
Nice.
And it's always interesting because Shah Rukh really inspires all of us to be sporty.
Sporty.
Yeah.
Yeah. So much to learn from him. Next one. Ah, famous
So that's
one.
Aati Kya Khandala,
Atika Khandala.
with, of course, Amir, charming as ever. And it was my second film. So I have to tell you a small anecdote which I think will also help you all in your lives. Because you all are at that age where you all are going to chase your dreams, go in a path, choose a career. So when I did Aati Kya Khandala, the first time around when we shot the song, there was a feedback given by the producer and the director, and they felt that I was not, very much myself in the song, because the choreographer, the way he was choreographing the song the first time around, I was a bit nervous, because he kept reminding me that I'm a newcomer, and that he kept making me do a lot of rehearsals, because he's like, Amir is in front of you and you have to give your best. And it really, really got my morale down. So when the song was finally shot, Amir, everybody realized that they need to do this song again. And this was the second time around that we did the song. And I can only be grateful to my team that they actually reshot the song. And the second time around, I was given a lot of love, confidence to be able to perform the way I did. And of course, the rest is history because the film went out to get me a title of Khandala Girl, so to
Khandala
say.
girl. Yeah.
Yeah, so it was very funny though for me, but Khandala really came on the map. And globally, I think
Yeah.
people got to know that there's a
Khandala.
place called Khandala close to Mumbai.
Right, that's Rani, that's so amazing about you. You take it so positively. It's great feedback that you got, and you're saying it worked in your favor. Younger actors watching this, this can be also overwhelming, right? Someone saying it's not working. What would you like to tell younger actors who are starting out, going in the industry, when something like that happens? How should one see this?
I think, in the Chinese horoscope, my thing is I'm a horse. So I think I've always been like a horse with my blinkers on. At the time when I came into cinema, whether it was my height, whether it was the color of my skin, whether it was my voice, it was all question mark. It was questionable. People spoke about it. But the beauty lies in our Indian audience. The way they accepted me, embraced me, loved me for who I am, gave me and empowered me to go ahead and make more films, do more films. And I can only tell them is just be honest to your craft, be honest to your work, and everything will pull through. Just do your characters with utmost sincerity, and that is what will take you a long way.
Wow. Well said. Very well said. Do we have more? Yeah. Wow. He
That's
is all
with
over.
my very close friend Bobby Bichu.
Lord Bobby.
Yes, Lord Bobby. And of course, at that time, there were certain scenes where I had to do things which I was not comfortable with. One of those things was smoking. I didn't know how to smoke, so I had to call people to teach me how to smoke. But smoking is very bad and injurious to health.
Yes.
So anybody who's doing it, stop doing it right away. It has helped me see. Today, everybody says that, Rani, how come you're still strong? It's because I don't have any vices.
Yeah, never, no peer pressure. Ki
No,
sab
never.
everybody-
I didn't care about the peers. I was like, I'm not harming my health for anybody in this world.
Amazing.
I have to be completely everything free and be in my best
Best health.
health.
Yeah,
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 always.
Always. Right. Do we have more pictures? Next one. Okay. We have more questions because we couldn't cover all the pictures. There were movies like, say, Satya. There were movies like Yuva. These films came, and how, what, at that time, what made you do a Satya?
I think Satya was about this young couple who are starting off and they are wanting to get married, and for whatever reasons they are not able to. I think that film taught a lot about the value system that we have in our society vis-a-vis our parents, vis-a-vis society. Also, it spoke about how youngsters like to take things in their own hand and how they can actually be free and they can go ahead and live their lives, be independent,
Yeah.
which is something that Indian parents are scared to let go of their children because they feel they need help at every given point of time. So it was about discovering themselves, discovering life, and how finally it's the family value that keeps us intact,
Right.
and the trust factor that you have in your partner.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
I think that was just beautiful about the film.
Right. You know, Kabhi Alvida Na Kehna was a sensitive subject but handled so well. What a game changer of a film. The way it was shot, how it was, the music, each of them, terrific performances. What do you remember about Kabhi Alvida
I
Na
think
Kehna?
Kabhi Alvida Na Kehna today, I think when they see it, they might not feel. By the time when Kabhi Alvida came, the word divorce was quite a taboo.
Yeah.
The fact that anyone would be divorced, it was quite a stigma in society. And Karan came about with a film that spoke about the fact that a woman has the right to choose her partner,
Yeah.
irrespective of what society feels. That at that point of time, even a husband who doesn't beat up the wife, the husband was considered, Are, you're so lucky to have a man who doesn't beat you up. The fact that they never spoke about whether the girl or the woman is in love with the man or no. You know, so it spoke about so many things. It spoke about the fact that a woman or a man, they are able to go ahead and choose because of happiness.
Right, right.
You know, so there's a lot of things that were spoken. I do remember there were a lot of conversations that
Yeah,
happened
I
after.
remember.
And I remember Karan calling me up. I was shooting for Tararampam in America. He says, Rani, you're away from India, but we are feeling the heat. We have been called everywhere to speak about this film. And I think after that, there were a lot of marriages that broke.
Yeah, infidelity was a big thing in the movie.
It was a very big thing in India.
Yeah.
But today, I think people see the film as very real,
Yeah.
as something that is very situational. And it gave a lot of courage for a lot of people to come ahead and
Yeah.
talk about their feelings and be
Right.
honest to themselves.
Right, guys, if you all have not seen, please watch it. I'm sure it's on an OTT platform. It's a beautiful film. I have a lot of questions, but if anyone has a question, raise your hand. Yes.
Hello, ma'am. My name is Harshita.
Hi.
First of all, thank you so much for making amazing movies like Mardani and Hichki. They have brought such sensitive topics to light. What as we as audience can do to make sure that these topics keep coming to the screen so that people get educated on these topics and that stigma gets slowly removed?
I think firstly, one should see movies as a good movie, not label them as female oriented or male oriented. I think that that labeling should go.
Yeah.
I think movies are all about creating. I would say it's a community, you know,
Experience.
experience to go in the cinemas and watch a film. And a film should be accepted as a good movie or a bad movie or a terrible movie or an outstanding movie. And more people should go and give it a chance. Only when the audience makes these movies a success. And what I mean to say a success is by buying tickets and going to the theater, so we get box office. And when more and more films like this get rewarded with box office, more and more producers will be empowered to make such many movies.
Right. Will you go and
Thank you
watch
so
it?
much, ma'am.
Will you watch it?
No, I need you and your ados, pados,
Everyone.
neighboring countries, everybody.
All of them are coming with me to the metro.
Thank you, sweetie, thank you.
Yes. Next one. Yeah.
But everybody else is quiet. All of
yeah,
you all are going to
we're
go or
coming
no?
that side.
Yes.
After this,
Arey, louder, yes, guys.
one.
They didn't show us still, but my favorite with Rani Mukherjee in it is Kabhi Khushi Kabhi Gum. And to me, I feel it is the most iconic movie ever. That is Bollywood for me. Do you think you could be a part of a movie like that again, or do you think Bollywood could produce a movie like that ever again?
It's a good question. क्यों नहीं
Of
बनाते
course,
हैं
I
ऐसे
think any movie that is made with the right intention, with the right, not with trying to say that, okay, with this we'll have box office, will this, we should do this, we should do that. I think the time is to make films with sincerity, with the right approach. And if you want to make a love story, then make it for what it really stands for. If you want to make a film like Mardani, it should be made for what it stands for. If you want to make a film like Kabhi Khushi Kabhi Gum, it has to be a movie that stands for family values and to talk about family. So I think if you make a film in the right spirit and the audiences kind of smell that, I'm sure films like that can be made and audiences like you can come and watch it.
Hello, ma'am.
Hi, darling.
My name is Ashita, and my favorite movie is probably Black. I think it's not talked about enough.
Thank you.
It's honestly, it's the non-verbal communication that undergoes through that movie that sends a very deep message to every single person, especially your role. Like you not basically, I got goosebumps whenever you were on screen, and your stage presence is and screen presence is just phenomenal. So thank you so much for being in the movie. One question that I had for you is, what is probably your favorite dialogue ever, like you've delivered in a movie?
Okay, so right now it has to be from like Mardani 3 कि मैं कट नहीं लेती हूँ काट काट डालती हूँ. I think that's one of my favorite. But going back to your question about Black, Black is of course one of those films that I actually feel that I can't recreate again. There was a certain kind of magic that came, a blessing that came from above when I did that film. It's one of the most sensitive films of my career. That film actually taught me to be a better human being, to be more grateful every day. Because today, especially with the advent of social media, I see a lot of chatter about youngsters, comparing oneself and their lives. But I think what is most important lesson in Black is to be just grateful to have just our six senses. The fact that we can see, we can hear, we can talk, we can walk. These are things that we should be blessed that God has, given us. The little things that we should value is, our mothers cooking that wonderful food for us before we leave for college. The amount of love that is given in that food, the love that transcends from the food into our senses. We should be grateful about that. We should be grateful to our dads who go out there every day slogging, working hard to give us this beautiful life. We have to be grateful for our friends who stand with us in times of need. Just a hello, I am in this situation. So our friends who give us that time, everything. That boy in class who just gives us that compliment that today you look so pretty. Everything I think we need to be grateful for. Our teachers, the knowledge that they impart. Our cousins who stand by us through thick and thin. So I think it's everything in our lives we have to be grateful for and not get into that evil of social media, of comparing lives. And we should be proud of the lives we have and the lives that our parents have given us.
Hello, ma'am. We love each and every one
Yeah,
of
you
you.
all stop calling me ma'am. Just call me Rani.
Okay.
Because I'm also Gen Z. Yaar.
Rani, I called her ma'am.
I'll call you ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so we love each and every one of your movies and your work in that. But is there any one movie that you personally do not agree with fully the character or that?
That's a toughie because we're on camera. If I speak that, it'll start a controversy. So we'll be away from controversy.
Yeah.
But I would like to tell you that in my life, I have never considered any film of mine as a mistake. Because for me, every single film of mine has helped me be the actor and the person that I am today. So including my lives, whatever has happened in my life has helped me be who I am today, and I stand by each and every decision of mine. Thank you.
Right. The final word will be with her. Rani, we couldn't cover her filmography in 1 hour, guys. She's done a lot of work. So, Rani,
But what I have to tell you guys is that I have to give a huge round of applause to my audience.
Yes.
Because they have shattered the glass ceiling by accepting a girl who is married and who has a daughter. So thank you guys for
Woo!
accepting me.
Big hand.
And
Big
for
hand.
not letting my personal life come in way of you all accepting me as an artist. Because at the time when I started off, a married woman with kid, definitely for them the career was over. But today, thank you very much for accepting me, for watching my films, and for encouraging me day in and day out for the kind of work I do. So thank you, audience. Thank you.
Right. Rani, you are our hero. You continue to be. As you know, 30 years, so many films. Like, look at it. Each one had a different way. We missed out some films. She brought up, he brought up. These guys are going to step out in a new world. There are apprehensions, how to face the world, how to face rejections. Lastly, before going, what would be Rani Mukherjee's main advice to every student in this room?
I would like to tell all these beautiful faces, these young faces, reminding me of my college days. They have such beautiful twinkling eyes. Some of them are yawning because oxygen is not going to the brain. But they're just so wonderful just to see them here with smiling faces. You know, I got to tell you that I was there in your place once upon a time, not knowing what I'm going to do in the future. So just be honest to yourselves, be happy. You know, if you are happy, you can make others happy. You know, so being happy is most important. So guys, just be happy. Just be happy having that kulfi from Parsi Dairy Farm also. Just be happy doing just the little things in life. Be with your friends. Enjoy this time. Keep your friends close because these are the friends who are going to be with you irrespective of whatever and whoever you become in life. So just enjoy your college life. Be happy.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Xavier's College, all of you. Thank you so much.
Teachers, you all have anything to tell me? Teachers, anything to tell me? Anything that I can take back? Please, sir.
I didn't know that you had so much wisdom. I think you're extremely practical in whatever you've said. You are very positive and extremely value oriented. And I think you should be congratulated for that. You know, you've been in the industry for so long, and you've explained all these films and the social impact that they have. And I think that's really wonderful. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yes, you
Ma'am.
Rani, I wanted to tell you, if you would have an alternative career, I think you would have made an excellent teacher. Because you spoke with so much enthusiasm and energy all throughout that I think was commendable. Thank you.
You know, I actually wanted to be a lawyer. Yes, my role in Veer Zara. So actually, through my films, I've got an opportunity to actually play such beautiful Indian women, and that's always been my, strive that I want to portray strong Indian women characters and show it globally. That we Indian women, these are the kind of Indian women that we have in our society: women in uniform, housewives, teachers, you know, journalists. So I like to portray different strong female characters on screen, and I'm so happy that I can be inspired by them, and with that inspiration, bring them to the larger audience, you know, and so that they get inspired by them.
I must say that you come across as such a warm person, and as Rohit said, that the energy that it comes out is like phenomenal.
Thank you,
and
ma'am.
very, very warm. And we're so happy that you have come here.
Thank you,
and our students have learned so much.
I
And just-
hope so. I just hope they're not saying ki, "Arey, kya ho gaya?"
No,
You're happy na I came.
And it's just that
Thank you.
all your movies, I think I've seen practically all your films, the way you adapt to every role, it's so different and so beautiful. Every single role is simply amazing. I think, Rani, you're the best.
Thank you, ma'am.
Rani is the best. Let's
Thank
end
you.
on that note. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Actually, I wanted to meet Rani when I was in college.
You are in college.
But still I am in college, but I met Mardani.
Thank you, sir.
So in West Bengal, Durga Pujo plays very important role.
Yes, sir.
And you played so different role, like we pray Durga, different role.
Yes.
So thank you for all roles. And thank you for coming and accepting our invitation.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.